Sul, welcome to another video. Today we are building a starter home in Newcrest. This is the second video in my Let's Rebuild Newcrest series, and I love the way that this build turned out. I really wanted to go for something that was fun and exciting and different. So I made this house for a grandma. And now that I'm thinking about it, I totally should have included stuff from Nifty Knitting, but I didn't. But that's okay because I was on a budget. So this is a starter home. So if you would like to move into this house, you can do that on this lot, and you will have a leftover of like 100 simoleons with starting base game funds. So I wanted to use the budget restriction and build a nice starter home. So yeah, for this one I went with like a grandma theme, which I thought was kind of fun and a little bit interesting because I never play as elders. Once my Sims reach elders, or really like when my Sims reach like adulthood, like not young adult, like adult, I've done everything that I've wanted to do in the game and I just don't play them anymore. Is anybody else like that? I think everybody's like that, right? Like, it's all about the teens and the young adults in this game. The other life stages are just kind of like, nah, you know? But yeah, so I am building this house for a grandma, and my idea was that it was just like a single grandma living here by herself, doing her grandma thing. Yeah, and she's got some room so that when her grandchildren come to visit her, they can. So yeah, I'm really bad at these. This is only the second one I've done in the past. Well, I mean, I did one yesterday, I guess, but this is only the second voiceover I've done in like a year. So I'm still a little rusty. So please forgive me if I'm saying but, taking weird pauses. Please forgive me. But yeah, so this house, like I said, I built it for a grandma, and it is, I don't know, I really like the way this house turned out. It is not base game only. There are several packs used in this build, but if you wanted to download any base game homes, I do have some like nice base game starter homes on the gallery, but you could also download this house on the gallery if you don't have any pack limitations. So yeah, well, I mean, you could download it if you do have pack limitations. Just the items from the packs that you don't own that are incorporated in this build will disappear when you place them. But yeah, I tried to make this like a fun, cute little house, and I went with a blue color scheme because honestly, I never use blue. I don't say never. I rarely use blue, like very rare. But I really like it, and I think that it looks pretty nice. It's definitely a lot more of a fun build compared to the builds that I usually do. Whenever I do base game homes, I feel like, or not base, well, I guess base game technically, but like starter homes as well, I find myself limiting a lot, trying to get a lot into the house. But by doing that, I kind of opt for like the more expensive items rather than trying to incorporate a lot of different things in the house. So this house, I tried to go with like cheaper options for most things, and then I also tried to incorporate a couple of different things. So in this house, there is a computer, and there is also a television. So your Sims are able to get some fun that way. But I really try to keep in mind in this that it's a starter home, that it should be something that can easily be expanded if necessary. So if you wanted to play in this house and you wanted to, expand it, make it a bigger home, say like, you start out with your heir and then you want to sort of just move on, like they have a family or something like that, you can easily add rooms into this house by adding an upstairs or expanding the backyard into more house. But I really wanted to just make this like a nice house. Simply put, I wanted it to be a nice house. I know, shocking, right? Who would have guessed? I was having a lot of trouble with the floor plan for this house. My gosh, do you hear me? I cannot talk. I can never talk, especially in voiceovers. It's like I get really anxious. I'm like, oh, people are going to listen to this. People are going to hear me talk. And I start getting really antsy. Anyway, jumping all over the place, I swear. So I really, like, I had a hard time with the layout of this house, but I think I finally found one that looked really nice. And something I did want to incorporate was having, like, the house kind of closed off a little bit so that, like, it's not just like an open concept home. I'm thinking that since the lot next to this house is the same size, I'm thinking of doing maybe like a similar home on the other lot, but maybe giving it more of like a modern update, you know, like somebody had like gone in and flipped it or something like that. So I think that could be kind of fun. Okay. Well, what else is going on? um, so I have a couple of ideas for the Newcrest world that I am really excited about, but there are quite a few lots. I think there's 15 lots total in Newcrest, so that's a lot of builds to do. A lot, and I already know that I'm going to eventually run out of steam and I'm going to forget about I don't know, not forget. I guess it's the wrong word. I'm going to like lose motivation to fill up the entire world. So I'm trying to come up with like a list now so that whenever I have inspiration or anything like that, I can work on the world. And I really do plan on making this world look really nice, really family friendly, pet friendly. Did you hear my voice crack? My gosh. I just really want this world to have something in it for everybody. I plan on putting in a restaurant, a bar, a gym, just like, you know, the generic things. I think I'm going to put in a wedding venue. I haven't decided entirely, but I think there's going to be a wedding venue. But yeah, those are just a couple of the things you can look forward to. And of course, there's going to be homes along the way. I think I'm going to try to do like every other video is a like public versus private location, residence. I don't know. Is that the right word? I'm not really sure. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm really, really happy with the way this build turned out, and I'm really excited to see what kind of builds come from this because I'm just feeling very motivated. You know, it is May. I will be done with school in 10 short days, and after I'm done with school, I have the entire summer to do. Well, I have a class during the summer, but I have a class during the summer, and then I have like all this free time. I'm going to be able to work on my master's thesis. I'm going to be able to play Sims. I'm vacationing. I'm going to see my grandparents. I'm going to Nashville. Like, I'm doing all sorts of things. I am not, like, okay, I'm a massive homebody. Like, I never like to leave my house. I like to be home all the time. I don't like to leave my dogs alone for very long, but I am very much looking forward to getting out of the house and to actually do things for the first time in over a year. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that. Anyway, finishing up the house here, I used a lot of the debug items to place, you know, like stuff around the lot as far as plants because landscaping in this game is incredibly expensive. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, the house looked nice. So I did use debug plants, and yeah. Well, we are coming up towards the end of this video. So, like always, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I would appreciate it. Also, if you want to download this on the gallery, you can do that. My username is in the description, as always, and with that, you should be able to find this house and other homes that I have made. Hopefully you guys like them. Yeah. Well, we've got still a little less than a minute, so I don't really know what else to say. We're going to be coming up into the videos for me to show you the house in a second. But yeah, just adding some plants. But after that, it's house time. But okay. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And like I already said, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to download it. If you do download it and play, that's awesome. I hope you love it. Alright, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.